Caitlin Clark reportedly offered a whopping $5 million to join the Big Three. That's a men's 3-on-3 league founded by Ice Cube.
We think with a move like this, all boats rise, with the tide. So we think this would put the league in a different stratosphere. And everybody across the board in the league would benefit.
Ice Cube made it very clear that Caitlin Clark is the biggest name in women's basketball, while Angel Reese wasn't even part of the discussion.
I believe her agents were hating on it because her agents that she has are also NBA. They got a lot of NBA guys that they make millions off of. So I think they was like, man, we don't care if she making more money. She gonna go back to the WNBA. We're gonna keep everybody happy. We're gonna keep making our money from the boys.
When Ice Cube's Big Three League offered Caitlin Clark a staggering $5 million deal, an amount rarely seen in women's sports, the real surprise was that Angel Reese received nothing. Ice Cube, with full confidence, believed Clark could deliver a huge financial impact for his business. He didn't hesitate to say that Reese simply doesn't move the needle like Clark does. This wasn't just about a contract. It served as a reality check for the WNBA and the media, reaffirming that Clark operates on a level of her own.
And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport. And it just is not going to stop here on the collegiate tour. But when she is the #1 pick in the WNBA draft, she's gonna lift that league up.
We're breaking down why Ice Cube made this move, how Caitlin Clark's influence is transforming basketball, and why Angel Reese's manufacture hype can't measure up. The moment Ice Cube offered Clark $5 million, it was clear he recognized what the WNBA refuses to acknowledge. Clark is the only player driving real revenue, real ratings, and genuine influence in women's basketball.
Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 days what would have taken 5 years.
This wasn't a symbolic gesture. It was pure business. The Big Three League, known for bringing in former NBA stars and legends, wanted Caitlin Clark because they know she delivers tangible results. The same cannot be said for Angel Reese. Despite Reese's social media presence and headline-making moments, Ice Cube made it clear she doesn't bring the financial or cultural influence that Clark does. He openly stated that while he enjoys watching Reese play, she wouldn't have drawn the attention, viewership, or impact that Clark would have. Clark isn't just a rookie. She's a ratings powerhouse, a ticket-selling phenomenon, and the face of a new era in women's sports. The numbers back it up. Every game Clark plays is a must-watch event, attracting millions of viewers, something Reese simply can't replicate.
You take that same player and now you put her as the first professional female basketball player to play men's league at the highest level. Now it's an explosion of interest from people who can see if they can do it. So
it wasn't disrespect, it was honesty. Ice Cube openly said that Reese wouldn't have generated the viewership, attention, or financial impact necessary to justify the deal. In contrast, Clark's presence alone could have taken the Big Three League to entirely new heights. This isn't about favoritism, it's about actual value. And in business terms, Clark is the clear choice.
And my advice to anyone that comes in with this, this level of notoriety, out of this world expectation, whatever the case may be, I just think it's all about having, be a horse, man, the Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your...
While Ice Cube was ready to make history with Clark, the WNBA and NBA were quietly working to block it. In a shocking revelation, Ice Cube revealed that Clark's own NBA agents prevented him from even contacting her. Their motive? Protecting the league system, worried that Clark stepping outside the WNBA spotlight would expose just how mismanaged the league really is.
Their agents was probably like, yo, are we gonna make the NBA mad? Let her play in the Big Three for, a little commission and possibly alienate all these, these $1 million deals we got going and all these commissions we get with the guys.
Clark's presence alone has driven WNBA ratings, ticket sales, and merchandise profits through the roof. Yet the league still treats her like she's just another player.
Caitlin Clark just came in to play basketball. All of a sudden, the black women of the WNBA decided to knock her on her ass from behind. All of a sudden, the black women, Angel Reese and her teammates, decided to cheer for them. All of a sudden, other black women decided, like Asia Wilson, to be idiots when talking about her, jealous when they're talking about her. Caitlin Clark and her fans didn't start anything.
Meanwhile, Reese and other players receive media attention, even though their actual impact on revenue and viewership doesn't come close to Clark's. The WNBA tries to force parity instead of letting fans decide who the true stars are. Ice Cube's $5 million offer revealed the reality. Clark is the only name that truly matters in women's basketball right now, and even outside leagues recognize it. He openly stated that Clark got the offer while Reese didn't, because Reese simply doesn't move the needle. Ice Cube also exposed the behind-the-scenes gatekeeping. Clark's agents, who represent NBA players as well, prioritized protecting existing relationships over allowing her to explore a deal that could have revolutionized women's sports. The NBA and WNBA weren't interested in Clark making history in a league they didn't control, so they ensured the deal never happened. This isn't just about one player, it's about who really holds power in sports and how they work to maintain the status quo.
One more thing on Caitlin, which makes her super valuable, is she is leading the WNBA in points generated, which means points scored and or points assisted on. She is leading the league by a significant margin, and she is doing this as a rookie with a Fever team that is not comprised of a bunch of all-stars.
Other players and the league can try to downplay her achievements, but the numbers don't lie. Caitlin Clark is the reason fans are watching. She's responsible for record-breaking ticket sales, with Indiana Fever games selling out arenas that barely drew crowds before her arrival. What she's accomplishing doesn't take away from the contributions of past players, but she deserves full credit. The ratings, merchandise sales, and attendance speak for themselves. Attempts to shift the focus to, what about the players who laid the foundation, don't change Clark's impact. She is pure box office, single-handedly driving TV ratings with games that average millions of viewers, something the WNBA never reached before her. Even merchandise sales have soared, with Clark's jersey hitting historic highs.
Caitlin Clark, what she's doing doesn't minimize what they've done, but we should have been giving her the credit. We saw the ratings, we saw the merchandise sales, we saw the attendance, but y'all want to make it about something else. Oh, what about the women that laid the foundation? What about this? What about it? That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is box office. She's doing this.
Ice Cube's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark highlighted what fans already know. She's the only player in women's basketball who truly moves the needle, outselling every other player combined. Driving record ticket sales, merchandise, and TV ratings, Clark is a generational talent whose impact transcends the sport. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, despite media hype, hasn't generated the same business value. The WNBA continues to mismanage its biggest star, resisting the reality that Clark is box office and the true face of the league. Ice Cube saw the numbers, recognized her influence, and acted, proof that Clark is the only undeniable star in women's basketball today.